I'm Cian Cashin. I'm the Senior Manager of Government Affairs here at AAMVA. The critical functions of my job here at AAMVA are to be the voice and the visible representatives of the AAMVA community to our federal partners on both Capitol Hill and in the federal agencies. So what we do is we take the interests of our community and we take them to those leaders and ensure that their voice is heard. Beyond that, we also do a lot of legislative tracking and analysis. In the states, we have usually around 1,000 different bills we're tracking. And that helps us keep tabs on where the states are trending as far as political views, as far as projects the states are undertaking. And what we do is we combine those with what the federal legislative partners are proposing and trying to get through the Congress. And that allows us to ensure that what our states are doing in the states is not impeded by what the federal partners are doing in the federal Congress. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll go up with suggestions from the AAMVA community and we'll ensure that their viewpoints are heard and that what the feds are doing doesn't impede on what the states are doing. I came here straight out of college, and a lot of my colleagues and friends were working on Capitol Hill. And I had the opportunity to actually work with some people that were leaders in the White House at that time. They taught me a lot about what I needed to do the job effectively. And as I learned to understand what the industry was all about, I realized that AAMVA had a unique opportunity in that I could be an issue lobbyist, and that meant that I could take things that were important to me personally and carry those views into the federal policy arena. Things like public safety and things like public service are very important to me. So AAMVA was a very logical fit for me. One of the things that happens more often than not is the feds will come up with something that seems like a very good idea from their viewpoint. And what they'll do is they'll push that legislation sometimes through a very quick process of events. And the one thing I can think of is last year, as they were discussing the Surface Transportation Reauthorization Act, they included some very important safety components in what was called the Commercial Motor Vehicle Safety and Motor Coach Safety Act of 2012. That included provisions that were actually very detrimental to our members. They carried that portion of the legislation into the overall surface reauthorization, but it would have also required the states to have an endorsement for their licenses that didn't exist yet, and it would have required people for 9 to 15 passenger vans to have a new endorsement on their license. That would have cost the states millions of dollars. It would have been something that wasn't a proven safety benefit. So AAMVA went up to Capitol Hill and told them that without doing further study on the demographic and understanding what they were actually affecting, they should really look at those components of the bill more closely. What we do here is incredibly important to the overall safety community of the United States and Canada. What we do is to ensure that our membership does things in a uniform way across the states that is something that every citizen can really benefit from. Our members are often, serve at the will of the governor, so they are often under political pressures to operate in one way or another. AAMVA takes those into consideration, but it also has the good and the safety of the public in general at the core of what its mission is. So that's what we try to do, and I think we do it very well.